So I've had an interesting morning this morning. I've replaced the belt, the drive belt on this. Now, he didn't ask for that. He just wanted the deck belt replaced. But when I got up underneath there, oh, I guess I already threw it away. The deck belt was terrible shape. I mean, just terrible. Cracked all the way around. Well, there's drive belt. There's two drive belts. So I thought, well, I'm just going to go and replace them, just charge them for the parts. Since I'm already here working on the deck, you know, it's not any extra time really. I mean, as far as the hourly rate, you charge so much per hour. But if it's a 15-minute job, you get that hourly rate, or if it's an hour job, you get that hourly rate. So I thought, you know, a couple extra belt costs, and he'll appreciate it. Well, the mower is so old that the components underneath there holding all the belts are wore. And this is a variable clutch, basically. It's strange. It's got a V-shaped pulley in there, and the top of the pulley moves up and down. So based on where that is how fast your machine goes. And as it wears, there's an adjustment to this pedal here that you got to make. So I replaced the belt and it was slipping. So today I thought, well, you know what, I'll just get up under there and make that adjustment. I'm in it a lot more time now than originally, but that's okay. You know, it's going to be a good customer, I'm sure of it. So I just need to keep him happy. And I had to adjust the brakes. So I've never actually did this before. I just knew how you had to do it. So I had to get up underneath there and look around. I mean, again, not a big deal. This is a model has went out of style. I mean, it was supposed to be the greatest thing. This is a 2008, so it's pretty old. But since then, they've made hydrostatic transmissions, so they don't have to worry about this anymore. So I got up there. I tightened the adjustment 2 turns, because that's all you're ever supposed to do, 2 turns at a time. I took it for a test drive and it wasn't much better, maybe not better at all. So I did it again, 2 turns, you know, lifted it up on the lift, 2 turns, set it back down, took it for a test drive. It was better, but the brakes weren't working now, which I just adjusted the brakes. So I knew exactly what I did wrong. There's 2 holes that I could put the brake bar in, and I put it in the wrong hole. So I'm getting ready to lift it again, and I get it about halfway up and my lift failed. Let me move this out of the way. There's red. Let's get this into neutral. We'll back it up. The thing is, I had to message the customer yesterday. The deck belt is taking forever to get here. It's supposed to be here tomorrow, but they still haven't shipped it, so I don't know if it'll ever get here. I may have to just cancel the order and get another order going. Okay, so here's the lift. And what you do is you turn this handle, and it turns into a thread down here. This brass, it's actually bronze. So that turns in there, and as it turns, this lifts up. Well, I got this thing from a guy. I don't know why he gave it to me. He just gave it to me. I mean, it's a $320 thing, and he just gave it to me. I seriously don't understand why. It was sitting out in the rain. It was brand new, still in the box, but the box had decayed because it was in the rain. So I love this thing. I would have never gotten it from, well, I may have eventually, but now that I got the Beast, I don't know if I'd ever gotten this. I'd have just used the Beast. I'd have parked it over here somehow and just used it as a lift. So anyway, I had this thing up here and it just slams to the ground. Well, that's not good. I mean, fortunately, this thing has a locking mechanism here. So as it goes up, it clicks into these holes. So I always make sure it's in that, you know, in the lock before I get up underneath it. But it just slams down. So what has happened is this bronze piece has stripped out. Well, that's terrible. So I'm thinking about what I need to do. First of all, I spend 20 minutes, maybe a half hour, trying to figure out how to disassemble this thing. And then I realized, oh, that's all I got to do. I mean, all I do is just basically lift the thread out. Since it was stripped, you know, the thread, the bronze had stripped out. This just pulls right out. So here's the bar that comes with it, the all thread. So I'm in there with AI and Google trying to figure out how to fix this thing with original parts. And this thing is almost $100. I thought, well, I don't need that anyways. It's still good. But then this brass piece is $30 and it's going to take nearly 2 weeks to get. And that's assuming they don't send it postal. If they send it postal, it may never get here. So I'm thinking, what am I going to do? So I think, oh, I know what I could do. Up underneath here, I can just get a bolt or a nut and weld that nut up underneath here. And that eliminates the brass piece. I mean, you can still see the brass piece, but that's useless now. It's completely stripped out. So I take this piece over to the hardware store, and that's a unique thread. The only thing that fits on that thread is that brass piece. That's it. They threaded this completely different than anything. So you have to buy this brass piece. Well, I said, well, do you have any all thread? And I just knew this all thread was going to be expensive. I mean, I just knew it. He says, yeah, I got some. So he goes over there and he grabs a piece, and it's luckily the same exact length. I mean, how incredible is that? So I put 2 nuts up here. I double nut it, and that formed this. And then I just welded a 1/2 inch nut down here, and it works. Now the downside to this is it's a finer thread, so it takes about 2 to 3 extra rotations to lift it the same distance as one rotation with this one. That is a downside, but I'll live with it. This whole thing with the 3 nuts and the all thread was $8, just over $8. So I asked AI, you know, why would I want to buy this? And it said, well, what's going to happen is my nut is going to wear out. There's Girly. And it's going to fall down on me. And I said, so the brass piece that's designed to fail is okay to fail, but my nut isn't supposed to fail. You want that to be 100% solid, but the $30 piece, it's okay. And it says, well, it's protecting the threads of this. That's why it's designed to fail. You want that brass piece to fail. You don't want this to fail. I said, I'm not even using that. I bought my own. Well, you don't want to do that because that'll wear out. I said, well, I'm going to change this out every year anyways. Now that I know it's a failure point, I'll just go get the whole assembly, $8, cut that nut off that I've welded on down here at the bottom, which is just 2 little tack welds. I mean, it's not even doing anything other than keeping from spinning. That's the only thing the weld is doing, is keeping that nut from spinning. Because you want this to spin and the nut stays in the same place. So I'll cut the nut off, weld on a new nut, put on a new all thread. I mean, it just slides down in there. As far as the assembly, it's a 2-minute job. It's the welding that's going to take a little bit of time. So I don't understand the whole point of all this extra $30 here. And AI just refuses to agree that what I got will work. It's going to fail. And I said, it has already failed. The brass piece already failed. What's the difference? It come down and my foot was right here. I didn't even think about it. So I'm twisting like this, and my foot was right here, so I get leverage. It's underneath. And so I'm getting leverage, and it just slips and falls right down on my foot with the lawnmower on it. Fortunately, I got steel toes. So I said, so I don't understand the difference. Either way, I'm going to get hurt. But with my way, I can fix it for $8. Now, I know some troll's going to say out there, well, that brass piece lasted 3 years, and you're going to replace that nut assembly every year for $3 or for $8. So it's basically the same price. $24 in 3 years or $30 in 3 years. Well, at least with my way, since I know it fails, I would replace the brass piece every year now also, now that I know about it. So it's actually $90 compared to $24. So no, it's this is huge savings. And also, it shut me down for a couple hours today. If I'd had to buy that piece, it was gonna, I think I already said this, it was going to take me 2 weeks to get it. What am I going to do for 2 weeks? I mean, I could use the beast, don't get me wrong. And that's what I planned on doing, was just bring the beast over here and start working on it. But I didn't have to. So that's what I did today. I don't know, I just don't understand society. I get in this argument a lot, and I don't understand it. You need to buy a Honda generator. Okay, so you buy a Honda generator and it goes down in a year because you didn't maintain it. Or I can buy an Ace Up for $250 versus the $1,200 Honda, and I'm already at 1,000 hours, and it's still strong, still going good. I just maintained it. Boots. I got in an argument about boots one time. I buy these Walmart boots, and oh no, you need to buy quality boots. Now I understand the feet thing, but these are very comfortable boots. I really do like these boots a lot. So, you know, I spend what, $50 a year on boots from Walmart. And every year this little spot right here breaks. And so they stop being waterproof. If I didn't need waterproof, these would be fine with the break. So I was told, no, you need to buy quality boots. So, okay, so I buy quality boots, and you know, I'm out here working. Things, you know, my feet hit the blades on the lawnmower, you know, or the lift drops down and tears up the boot, which does happen. I've tore up boots from things hitting it. That's why you buy steel toe, to save your toes. So now you want me to replace a $200 boot every year because I'm damaging them, just like I'm damaging these Walmart for $50. You need a quality boot, they last longer. No, they don't last longer. If you treat them the same as the Walmart, no. Now what I did do is I poured some oil on here to kind of soften it up, and that has really helped. I mean, it's a lot softer, so maybe that won't break this year quite as fast. So I did it to both of them. And you see that one was really starting to wear. I may have waited too long. Hopefully not. Hopefully this will last a little while longer. But it's almost everything. You got to buy quality. And then the water pump for my IBC tank, you know, we use a $20 pump. Oh no, you need to get something better that's going to be more quality, because they do wear out. They wear out, you know, within a year. This one's actually lasted a little longer than a year. I mean, we're up to like a year and 3 months, so we're doing pretty good. But the thing is they freeze. They can freeze. So why do I want to go out and spend $100 on a pump that's going to freeze and break, just like this pump might freeze and break? The possibility is there, so I don't see the savings. So I don't know. People just want to spend money, and then justify it, because it's not that they're actually getting a better product. It's they can brag about it. And so AI is taking up on this same philosophy. If my nut lasts just as long as the brass piece, why am I spending $30 on the brass piece? Doesn't make any sense. Now, I don't know if it's going to last as long. We'll see. But I also could buy a coupler nut, which would be a little bit bigger. But certainly would be, if it lasts till the end of the season, then it's cheaper. So, if you'll click this up next box, take the video over to my other channel, I'd really appreciate it. Go check it out. So I hope I can inspire you. I don't know, save money and do preventive maintenance so you can live your dreams. Thanks for watching.